Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Double murder leaves Rocky Point tense. The fishing village of Rocky Point in Clarendon is tense following the murder of two men in the community. Two other men were also injured in the attack. The deceased men have been identified as 19-year-old Timur Hall, also known as Pele, and 32-year-old Tremaine Davis, also called Naga, both fishermen of Rocky Point. Reports are that about 12:30 p.m., Hall and Davis were among a group of men sitting under a shed along K Lane in the community when three men emerged from a Toyota motor car and fired at them. Davis died on the spot while Hall died while undergoing medical treatment. The police theorized that the attack stems from an ongoing feud and is a reprisal attack for the murder of another man last year. Demolition exercise in Morant Bay halted after skeleton remains found. The St. Thomas police have launched an investigation after human skeletal remains were found in an abandoned building that was being demolished by parish authorities on Sunday morning. Reporters were informed that one set of remains was found in a coffin inside the building, and two other skulls were found elsewhere in the dilapidated structure, which is located across from the Morant Bay police station. The structure is said to have once served as a lodge building. The remains were discovered sometime after 9 o'clock. The demolition exercise, which was being carried out by a team from the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation as part of the drive to knock down old structures in the parish capital, had to be halted to allow the police to investigate. A source told reporters that it had long been listed for demolition by the local council under the Dangerous Structure Act. We served a notice on the building for it to be demolished. There were no occupants and the owner of the building couldn't be located, so we put up a notice just to notify the public that it's going to be wrecked, the person said, adding that in the past vendors illegally used sections of the structure but were ordered to remove their belongings. The source also informed reporters that the space is sometimes occupied by men believed to be of unsound mind. Customer service rep missing. The police are seeking the public's assistance to locate a 27-year-old woman who has gone missing. They have reported that Rochelle Williams, a customer service representative from Edgewater in Portmore, St. Catherine, has not been seen since Friday. Williams has a brown complexion, slim build, and is about 5 feet tall, the police stated. They are asking anyone with information about Williams to call the Bridgeport Police at 876-988-2697 or call the emergency number 119. Police to review footage of Manchester mob killing as they seek to make arrest. The police will be reviewing footage of Friday's mob killing of Chieftain Campbell in Mandeville, Manchester, to identify the participants. Video captured by persons at the scene of the incident on Friday has been circulating. Speaking with reporters on That's a Wrap, the head of the Constabulary Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, said the constabulary's technical team has been engaged to commence the review process, which will begin shortly. We have not identified anyone just yet. We're hoping that the technology will aid us, because in a situation like this, nobody is going to come forward to say this or say what happened, she said. If we recognize anybody who was a part of it, then certainly persons are going to be held accountable, she warned. It was reported that about midday on Friday, Campbell was walking on Manchester Road in the parish capital when he was accused of stealing money. He was set upon and beaten by persons responding to the alarm. The police intervened and took Campbell to hospital for treatment, but he died sometime after 5 p.m. Residents of Campbell's community, Victoria Town in South Manchester, blocked roads leading to the town square Saturday morning to protest his killing. The residents claimed that Campbell was conducting business when he was robbed. They said the real thieves then raised the alarm, causing the mob to attack Campbell. Residents described Campbell, who is a member of a school board in the community, as an icon. We will forever be looking for her. No Mother's Day celebration as Walter's family seeks closure. There is not much thought for Mother's Day, as relatives of 68-year-old Beryl Walters are yet to find closure after their matriarch was washed away in flood waters nearly 3 weeks ago and has been feared dead. The elderly female has not been seen since the Toyota Succeed, in which she was traveling with relatives, was swept away in the Montego River, claiming the life of her 12-year-old granddaughter, Jenna Walters, on Tuesday, April 19. Drenched in the rain, Walters' 3 sons combed the riverbanks on Saturday, April 23rd, anxious for answers. On Sunday, April 24, another search party of approximately 70 people found out, and again on Monday, April 25th, in an unending search. A Jamaica Defense Force JDF team was out a week ago searching the river, and on Friday, the St. James Municipal Corporation committed to searching the water again. Carl Poyser, her eldest son, told reporters that the loss of their mother is weighing heavily on the family this Mother's Day. Sometimes I don't think we have given ourselves time to think what day it is or what day it is not. Personally, I try not to think about it. I think about other people's mother who are around and say, I hope they are not taking their mothers for granted, an emotional Carl said. Reminiscing on previous Mother's Day celebrations, Carl shared a little humor, saying he usually has 2 celebrations. Where I reside, Mother's Day is in March, and in Jamaica it is in May. It is more like a phone call and spending the day chatting with her, but for the wider family, they would have had a get-together, even in the church as well, he recalled. And even if the authorities call time on their efforts to locate Beryl, the search will continue in the hearts of her children. The funny thing is, we will forever be looking for her. I can't see a time when we don't have our ears listening or physically looking. I don't think we will ever stop, especially driving by the area where the incident took place. Even if we stop physically, mentally, we will never stop, said Carl. The mother of 5 and grandmother was described as being very important in her children's lives, a tower of strength and a constant motivator. Reporters were told that different branches of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Montego Bay have been giving the families the strongest support during the heartbreaking period. Mount Salem, right of retirement, has been great. Some come in with prayers and physical support by coming in and sitting with Dad and the family. Dad is now coping, but it is still a big loss for the family, Carl shared. Life goes on, and we have to do certain things, but the grief reaches a different stage where it is harder some days, her eldest son said, speaking on behalf of the family. You have up and down moments, it is rough. 7 Mile, still a big hit in Negril. While Jamaicans continue to enjoy full access to the popular 7 Mile Bridge in Negril, vendors claim reports have been circulating about a plan to stop them from selling on the popular waterfront by next year. But President of the Negril Chamber of Commerce, Richard Wallace, has denied the claims, even as he appeals for all stakeholders to play their part in protecting the popular destination. I am not aware of such a plan. This is news to me, Wallace stated on Friday. Jamaicans have a right to the beach, and based on what I'm seeing now, it is open access for everyone, including a lot of undesirables. The 7 Mile stretch, which spans the parishes of Westmoreland and Hanover, boasts an array of world's finest in hospitality, as well as a raft of bed and breakfast operations along the coastline. But Cameron Dyer, a third-generation vendor who sells handicraft items in the vicinity of the all-inclusive properties in an area called Bloody Bay, says the rumor has caused anxiety among the sellers. We hear that we will have to leave the area soon, but we strongly object to any move to get us off the bridge because this has been our bread and butter for many generations, he said. Selling on Negril Beach started from my great-grandparents, and it schooled all of us. This is where I spent all my school days as a child, Dyer added. Our greatest fear in Negril is that we will soon be like Montego Bay, that no longer has a beach for the people, and the public is suffering. Harmony Beach Park is a welcome addition to the Montego Bay St. James landscape. The facility was developed at a cost at $1.3 billion. Among the amenities of the 16-acre park are 132 parking space, restroom facilities, children's play area, a jogging trail, a multi-purpose court, and a designated beach volleyball area. Access to the facility is free, but is only open to the public from Wednesday to Sunday. The public is charged for the parking, as well as beach chairs and umbrellas. Harmony Beach Park is a good look for the city, but it should be that the public comes to use the beach when they want to, Montego Bay resident and educator Cecil Martin reported. Our only option is Dead End Beach, which is inadequate, and the parish council did the people of St. James an injustice when they sold Cornwall Beach. The Cornwall Beach facility was controversially leased to the Cameron All-Inclusive Hotel and Resort in 2015. At the time, chairman of the then St. James Parish Council, Glendon Harris, said that the public would still have to pay access to the facility. When reporters visited the location last week, there was a sign advising of the cost to access the beach, but the security on duty said no such arrangements exist. Acting Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, said the Cornwall Beach deal took place before his time, but Harris, one of the signatories to the 36-year lease agreement, said that refusing the public entry to the facility is a breach of the contract. The vulgarity of the taking over of Cornwall Beach was an embarrassment for the People's National Party government. People in my age group would have a historical connection to Cornwall Beach, so the leasing of the facility to the big guys is still a serious concern, popular social commentator and community activist O. Dave Allen stated. However, Harris maintains that the deal has long-term benefits for the residents of St. James. After the life of the contract, the hotel will be owned by the people of St. James, so yes, it is a good deal, but if the public is not being allowed, then that is a breach of contract, because that was a part of the deal we signed, the former mayor insisted. Saturday's new COVID-19 cases revised to 227 by Health Ministry. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has revised Saturday's total number of positive cases to 227. They had initially reported 137 new cases of the disease. The updated total number of cases reported is 80 more cases than Friday's total of 147. All other data provided in Saturday's update by the ministry remains unchanged. Jamaica has now had 131,161 cases of COVID-19 since March 2020, with a positivity rate up to Saturday at 18.7%. 52 people are being treated in hospital, 2 of whom are critically ill. 81% of those in hospital are not vaccinated. 2 more deaths that occurred in March and May last year were also reported on Saturday, bringing the total number of deaths since March 2020 to 2,977 people. 121 people recovered, bringing the total recoveries for the disease to 84,397. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.